I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Amit Govrin. He is co-founder and CEO at Kubiya AI. Amit, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me.
Likewise, Judy. Thanks for having us here.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So now tell me about your company. What's your mission?
Kubiya, we're an intelligent agent for the world of cloud operations. It's a bit of a mouthful, so maybe it's easier to think about us as a ChatGPT for DevOps. That's the best way to kind of think about it. And really, back to your question, we believe that language is a new de facto user interface and the future of the user interface for most of software. So the way we're thinking about things is we believe that if you go and you enable operations, complex operations such as queries, actions, and really retrieval of knowledge all through the use of natural language, that's really a way to have a conversation with your tools. That's really the future of where people are taking really the world of cloud native operations.
All right, so now Amit, tell me, how are you different from others that are in this space?
We're seeing, since ChatGPT came out to the world, quite a lot of noise around this, a lot of AI whitewashing. The way we're viewing this is those are typically relatively naive implementations of API calls to summarize text or logs or so forth, which is fine and it's actually useful, but it's not what we're discussing here. The world of operations, think about it as the human brain. When you're tasked to perform any type of operations, there's multiple steps in this. So we're using an agent framework. The agent framework each maps to a specific task, may use a different large language model, possibly even fine-tuned large language models that will perform each of these tasks. So just like in the human brain, if you have to go into move forward with a task, you may have to go into understand what type of request is coming in. Is somebody asking me to perform an action? Is somebody asking me to retrieve information, answer a question? And that's the first part of it. Now you have to understand if you have permission to do so. So there's a whole permissioning engine that goes around that. What type of information am I gonna retrieve? Will that convert into some type of human readable language, or do I need to convert that? So these are all the various exchanges that go on behind the scenes that the agents are performing, and comes back to you in natural language or in a human readable, understandable form.
Okay. All right, so now tell me, as you look to the year ahead of me, what are you focused on? What are your priorities?
Absolutely. So we've been gifted, in my opinion, first mover advantage in this space. The agent framework is relatively new. It's a relatively new approach. A lot of it is actually cooking in the labs of many companies, and we're actually implementing that, and we're seeing very much success in the field. So it's a land grab here. We're trying to establish ourselves as a player, even though we're relatively new on the scene, and we're viewing this as a huge opportunity to really establish ourselves moving forward as a major factor in the world of cloud operations.
All right, well, Amit, wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.